Hello and welcome. My name is Gwen Houghton, and you are watching Tarot for the Soul. I don't know about you, but last week has been a crazy ass week. And I woke up this morning with this thought in my head, something that Irma Bonbeck said, the truth will set you free, but first it'll piss you off. It seems like that is what the energy is right now, what's going on. It's just, I'm starting to see the truth of all these different things that are going on. And it reminds me that what's going on energetically coincides with what's going on astrologically. So I'm just going to give you a little bit of astrological background first. We have got a full moon in Aries. It's a blood moon, it's a harvest moon, it's a super moon. It's all happening on Sunday, this Sunday, September 27th at 10:50 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I feel like the energy of Saturn in Scorpio, which a lot of people have been talking about, and what I have been talking about, squeezing out the truth. And now that Saturn is in Sagittarius and we are starting to get into the energy of the Mercury retrograde, starting to understand, we're understanding the truth. So Saturn, the way I see it, Saturn has left us a gift of the truth. And a gift would seem like it's something that's nice, something that's pleasant, and, you know, in New Age terms, you know, there is we're trying to find our truth. We're trying to rise above it all. But the truth is that we're learning, whether it's learning about our truth or learning about the truth of somebody else or something else, or whatever truth it is, the truth is not fun. But the truth will help us. It'll help to move us into a particular direction by giving us that conviction of, oh, I was having these feelings about this person, place, or thing, and now I'm getting confirmation from the universe that this is really happening. And so it just kind of, it's like marking off another off the checklist. Okay, I know I don't want to do this. This brings me closer to the truth of what I really want to do, what my heart feels I need to do. And that's really what this is all about. And that's about what the awakening process is. And as we awaken to the truth, it's not always fun, but it's pertinent and it helps us, and it's going to help me and it's going to help you to move closer to who you really are and how you're going to get there, so you can actually live a life that's more fulfilling, by understanding that there are things in your life that were not the truth. I don't know if that makes sense, but so anyway, I just had to say that, and I just needed to, you know, I'm talking about the energy, and I'm trying to understand the energy myself as an empath, and I'm trying to, you know, bring it to you and let you know that, so if you're going through difficult times and you've had some shocking revelations, or, you know, any kind of revelations, you know, that you're not alone, and that this is just the energy, and it's trying to push us through. The universe is trying to push us through into seeing the truth, understanding the truth, so and actually be better equipped to actually do something about it. We actually have to start to move forward into our truth, and it's a process and it takes work. So without further ado, I'm going to go into the tarot spread and see what's going on with the energy for the next 2 weeks. Just remember that I do the 2-minute visualization first. So if you want to fast forward, I'll have a little tag there for you at the bottom underneath the video so that you can fast forward right to the tarot reading. So without further ado, here we go. Okay, so now I'm going to start the visualization. We'll start by closing your eyes and taking a couple of deep breaths. Focus on your breathing. Bring yourself into the present moment. Time to clear your head so you can get the messages from Spirit. As I go through this card spread and from this visualization. So picture a beautiful ball of white light above your head, and this white light is filled with love and calming energy. And start bringing this beautiful white light down into your head and gently rock your head back and forth, releasing any tension. We hold a lot of tension in the back of our head, and this clears this tension and unblocks the pineal gland. And keep on bringing this beautiful white light down into your neck and shoulders, relaxing as you go. And as this beautiful white light continues into your chest, breathe it into your chest, into your heart chakra. And exhale out any unwanted energies. They're not good or bad, we just don't need them right now. And keep on bringing this beautiful white light down in through your arms, down through your waist and hips. And this beautiful white light continues down into your knees, your ankles, your toes, all the way down into the ground. And Earth Mother takes any unwanted energies and she transmutes them into love and light. Now bring beautiful green healing energy up from the earth, up into your toes, up into your ankles, and this beautiful green healing energy continues up into your knees. Continue bringing this beautiful green healing energy up into your hips, up into your waist. And as you bring it up into your chest, breathe it into your chest. Breathe in this beautiful green healing energy into your heart chakra and exhale out through your arms. And this beautiful green healing energy continues up into your shoulders, up into your neck and head, all the way up into the heavens. And this connects us with all of the universe. And just open your eyes and wiggle your toes and fingers. This is a really nice way to clear your space, clear your energy. There's so much other energy around us. It's not ours. It's, there's other people's energy around us. And this is a really nice way to kind of cleanse and clear and bring in your energy and release any energy that is not for your highest good and doesn't need to be around for you while I do this reading for you, because that's what I'm doing. I'm doing this reading for you for the next 2 weeks. This is the energy that's surrounding the next 2 weeks. So for the first card, I picked my Animal Speak card. I pick from the Animal Speak deck, and it's the Queen of Shapeshifters, Cricket. sensitive intuition and power of belief. And cricket has a lot of law behind it. It's spirit coming in. The cricket is also said to be known, if you hear a cricket in the house, that it's an ancestor that's coming and wants to be known. But the Queen of Shapeshifters, or the Queen of Cups, is also about bringing our emotions into the forefront, understanding our emotions, understanding what we're about, understanding that the emotions are there to guide us. And as I spoke before, oftentimes the emotions are bastardized. The emotions are something that we can't trust. The emotions are something that push us into the wrong direction or making the wrong decisions. But when we can harness our emotions, and that's when we can start to harness the energy that is all around us. Our emotions are sensing the energy that's around us. And it's part of our connection to the unseen world. The metaphysical world is the unseen world. So that's the energy for the next 2 weeks that we're going to be working on and we're going to be working with. As we go into this full moon in Aries, there's endings, but where there are endings, there are beginnings. So it's an important time to set our intentions and to set our mind straight. And we can do that with the help of our emotions. All right. Still trying to figure out how to pick these cards so you can see them as I pull them. And we have the Queen of Swords. So we have a lot of feminine energy coming out right now. We've got the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Swords, and their voices wanting to be heard. This feminine energy is all about intuition, and it's all about using our intuition and understanding our intuition so we can use it for our highest good. And understanding that we have the Princess of Discs. So the feminine energy continues. The Five of Swords, about defeat. That's about defeat. Remember the Ten of Cups, satiety. And then we have the Eight, and it's about adjustment. And in my mind, that's a female, and 8 represents strength. It represents strength. And so, right off the bat, we're talking about feminine energy, we're talking about intuition, we're talking about moving into our power in a different way than we're used to maneuvering through. Because using our intuition is a very important part of this next process, this next phase that we're going through with Saturn in Sagittarius. There's a lot of shift. There's a lot of talk about the energy shifting from a male-dominated or masculine dominated world to a female or feminine dominated world, but that's on a, on a grand scale, but on a smaller scale, whether you're male or female, the energy is shifting into using the more feminine, the more female or feminine intuition, the part of us. And, there is this balance. We need to understand that about consciously using that intuitive energy to be able to use our mind to bring it into our everyday consciousness and to be able to utilize it. So we'll start with the Queen of Swords. And look at her. And she is a continuance of what I was talking about. The truth will set you free, but first it'll piss you off. I mean, if you see this woman, she's got the sword in one hand and she has got somebody's head in the other, and she has just chopped off his head. And this is one of those moments where she is done and she feels good about it. She's looking out into the future, and she is tilted towards the past. So she is taking the understanding, using her mind, understanding the past and how it's going to bring her into her future, how this information is going to help her to manifest the things that she wants in her future. And again, we both males and females have this feminine energy, and I just find it interesting that so many men are there's the role reversal. Men are becoming more feminine and females becoming more masculine, but we're trying to, either way, we're trying to understand and bring together those different elements that are all within all of us. This is a very powerful card, a very telling card of the times that have happened and the times that are currently happening right now. And then the next card, insight, satiety. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but the 10 of Cups. And this is about things coming full circle in understanding. And I talk about the understanding a lot because we need to bring that into our consciousness. We need to understand what has happened in the past. We need to understand what was the role that we played in manifesting our reality. What did happen? What role did I play in this? And it doesn't have to be a bad thing. It just is what it is. And we need to take ownership of that part which we played in it, and not disassociate from it. There's a difference between disassociating and being objective and being able to look at it as the observer. You can look at things and you can observe things from a detached point of view, but it doesn't mean you're disassociated from it. It just means that you can take it, you can look at it for what it is, and then you can bring it, re-assimilate it into your self to be able to process the information fully consciously. So the wisdom card, the Princess of Discs, you know, she's front and center, and she's looking down on everything. She's got the light on her face. She's looking down, but she can see the brightness. She can see, she's illuminated. She can see what's going on. She understands what's going on. She understands what she needs to do to bring things into her physical existence. She is not afraid. She is fearless. And this is the way we all want to be. We all want to progress into that fearlessness. The way that we can do that is through conscious observation of what has happened in the past, what is happening right now, the truths that we have found out, and armed with all that information, we can move forward into the existence that we all want to have. And we do not have to sacrifice, and we do not have to be the martyr, and we do not have to, you know, step aside for anybody else. You need to understand that you affect the people around you, whether you're stepping into your power or whether you're acting like the victim. And if you want to help everybody else around you step into their power, then you need to step into your power. And that's how it works. The next card, insight, wisdom, knowledge. And this is the Five of Swords, and it's about defeat. And I feel like in this case, the ego is defeated. And the ego says, oh, poor me. And the ego says, but this person did that. But this person, you know, that person treated me like this. But, you know, my circumstances suck. I can't see how I'm going to get out of this. But. How, why, you know, all those questions. And the bottom line is you can't move forward until you forgive the ego, until you acknowledge the ego. When you can acknowledge that the ego is in the background saying, I just have to keep on doing this because this is the way I've been doing it for many years and I'm afraid to change. And, you know, it's time to say, okay, ego, I fully understand what's going on. I fully understand that we have been doing this for a long time. But if you want to make changes, you don't wake up and do the same thing that you did yesterday. If you want to make changes, you've got to wake up and do something different than you did yesterday. And the ego wants to stay fixed in the past. But this is what worked. But this is how I got by before. But this is what's kept me alive. Well, you know what? You need to say to your ego, which is, I believe, a mix of the emotional and mental body, is saying, you know what? I need to pay attention to spirit. I need to pay attention to my heart. I need to pay attention to the energy that's around me. I need to pay attention to the cues. I need to pay attention to the truth that I am seeing, and say, okay, and give that ego a new energy so it's not feeling defeated. Because as long as you sit in defeat, you sit and you wallow. You wallow in your shit. You wallow in your crap. You wallow in your self-pity. So, you know, you turn this card around. I don't like turning cards around, but, you know, it's the pentacle. And the pentacle is used a lot of different ways, but it's really representative of the different aspects of ourself. And it's about magic. And we're talking about the magic of life here. And we all want to unlock the door, and we all want to know about the magic of life. But the way we learn about the magic of life is to understand these different aspects of ourselves. There's 5 pieces to that pentacle. And it's the different parts of us. It's the physical body, the emotional body, the mental body, the spiritual body, and the energetic body. In the heart of it all is the observer, the all-knowing observer. And that observer, some call God. If you're not religious, it's spirit. It's that all-knowing thing that is always there, that sees everything. It sees all. That's in the heart of it all. And when we can bring that all together, it creates a spark. It's called, some people call it acacia. It's the spark of life. It's what makes us all live. It's what makes our heart beat. It's what we all want. But we don't know how to get there. Society does not teach us how to get there. I'm learning this as I go. I work with Archangel Michael, and he's told me my angels and my guides, or whoever they are, whatever you want to call them, this is what they've taught me. And this is why I do what I do. Because now I want to pass on this information to you. And really, this is this energy that we're coming into. It's brand new, it's exciting, it's scary. I've said this before, and it's time. And this is the adjustment that's going to happen. It's the 8, the number 8, and she's sitting there. And actually, I don't know if we got this last week, the last 2 weeks ago or not, but she's sitting there and she's balanced on the sword, and everything's totally balanced and totally symmetrical. And this is that Libra energy, that balancing energy. It's also very calming energy as well. And just understand, sit in your truth, and sit in the truth that you have, whatever truth it is that you've learned the past few weeks. And don't be angry with it, and don't be feeling bad. Don't be, sometimes we need to have that anger to motivate us to do something different. But use the anger to motivate you in a positive way. You can spiral down or you can spiral up. The choice is yours. I'm feeling very hopeful for this next couple of weeks that's going to be happening. We're watching it on the news. We're watching it politically. We're watching it globally. We just saw the Pope sit down with many faiths when he went to New York and observed the going to where 9/11 was, and it's just, this is just the beginning of this new energy that we're moving into. Watch with open eyes. Watch with a curiosity. It's gonna get crazy. You're gonna be seeing some crazy shit going on. But also see the good. See the good in your life. See how this is moving you forward, and see how this is making your life better, and ultimately better for the next generation. We are a generation of change agents, and we need to learn how to put down our swords, and it's about, the energy is about, it's like, what I want to say is like not fighting anymore. Everything was always a fight, and it's not about fighting anymore. It's about education. It's about understanding that the energy around us. It's about understanding how we can be change agents. It's about understanding how we can be in our power and how we can empower the people around us. It starts with us. It starts with us being in our power. It starts with us understanding spirit. It's understanding our intuition and acknowledging our intuition. The power of belief. And it's the power of believing in the self. And it's the power of believing in yourself. So that's it. That's it for the next couple of weeks. You know, as always, take what you will, leave the rest. If you want to learn more about me, if you want to a reading with me, if you want to buy my book, you can go to gwenhoughton.com. You know, send me a message. You can email me if it's something that's private, or you can just leave a message here on the bottom of the YouTube page. Remember to like this and remember to share it. We are change agents and we will change the world one person at a time. Namaste and bright blessings.